Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, this look doesn't represent me anymore? Or worse, have you experienced that feeling of invisibility that many of us feel after 50? Relax, you're not alone. The problem is that many women remain trapped in fashion pitfalls that only age their look, when in fact we can be radiant at any age. Today I brought 7 transformative tips that will revolutionize your wardrobe and make you feel confident again. And just wait until you hear tip number 6 about shoes. This completely changed my look, and I'm sure it will change yours too. Shall we discover together how to have an elegant, modern, and authentic style after 50? Because believe me, this can be the most stylish phase of your life. Tip number 1, the secret of proportions. Let's start with something fundamental that very few women know, the art of correct proportions. Have you ever had that feeling that something is out of place in your look, even when wearing pieces you love? Most of the time, it's not the clothes that are wrong, but how the proportions are distributed on your body. The golden principle here is visual balance. Our eyes naturally perceive when something is disproportionate, even if we can't explain why. A fantastic technique is to divide the body into unequal sections. Never cut your look exactly in half. For example, if you wear mid-rise pants, try pairing them with a blouse that ends at hip level, creating that asymmetrical division that is much more flattering. Or if you opt for a dress, look for models that subtly mark the waist a little above or below your natural waistline. Lengths are also essential. Skirts and dresses should end at the thinnest points of your legs, just below the knee, at the narrowest part of the calf, or at the ankle. Avoid lengths that end right at the widest part of the calf. A practical tip, photograph your looks and analyze them carefully. Sometimes we don't notice certain disproportions when we look quickly in the mirror, but photos don't lie. The most incredible thing is that this principle works for any body type or age. It doesn't matter if you're tall, short, have more curves or fewer curves. When the proportions are balanced, the look automatically becomes more elegant and harmonious. If this content is being useful to you, how about helping me by clicking the subscription button? This way you won't miss any valuable tips and you'll help me bring this information to more wonderful women like you. Tip number 2, the power of monochromatic. What if I told you there's a technique that elongates your silhouette, visually slims, and instantly conveys elegance? It's the monochromatic look. Dressing in different shades of the same color creates an uninterrupted vertical line that is extremely flattering. It doesn't need to be exactly the same. For example, navy blue pants with a royal blue blouse and a light blue cardigan already creates this effect. The secret is to maintain harmony within the same color family. If you think it will look boring, don't worry. This is where different textures come in. A monochromatic outfit that mixes silk, knit, and cotton looks sophisticated and interesting without losing elegance. And to make it easier, start by investing in basic pieces in neutral colors like black, navy, gray, or beige. They are the perfect foundation for monochromatic looks that never go out of style. Tip number 3, the third element. Have you noticed how women who always seem elegant have that something extra in their looks? That's the power of the third element. Think of it this way. If you're wearing a blouse and pants, 2 elements. The third element is what transforms a basic look into an interesting outfit. It can be a well-cut blazer, a colorful cardigan, a vest, a statement necklace, or even a well-positioned scarf. The third element adds personality, style, and instant sophistication. I have a 63-year-old client who always complained that her looks were dull. We started applying this third element rule, and today she receives compliments wherever she goes. It's impressive how a simple accessory or extra layer can completely transform the impression your look makes. If you're just starting out, invest in a well-structured black blazer and a good colorful scarf. These are versatile pieces that work in any season and occasion. And do you already use this third element technique? Tell me in the comments what your favorite third element is to elevate your looks. Tip number 4, perfect jeans. My goodness, how many women I see wearing jeans that simply don't flatter their wonderful bodies. After 50, the right jeans can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Forget those very tight jeans or the extremely loose and shapeless ones. The ideal is a model with a straight cut or slightly boot cut, which balances the hips and elongates the legs. And pay attention to the back pocket. It needs to be positioned in the center of the bottom and have a proportional size to be more flattering. A golden tip, look for jeans with a percentage of elastane between 2% and 5%. This ensures comfort without losing structure. and no very light washes in the center of the thighs or knees. This only draws attention to areas that you might want to disguise. The ideal shade? A medium to dark blue without many details or tears. It goes with everything and is infinitely more elegant than very faded jeans or those with excessive embellishments. If you were looking for the freedom to buy jeans without fear, you just found it. And speaking of finding good things, how about subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any of our weekly tips? Just click the button below. Tip number 5, the magic scarf. Let's talk about the most versatile and rejuvenating accessory that exists, the scarf. It's amazing how a good scarf can transform a basic look into something memorable, besides being an elegant solution to disguise areas of the neck and chest that many of us feel insecure about after 50. A colorful scarf near the face brightens the skin, brings color to your look, and creates an interesting focal point. You can use it in 1,000 ways, around the neck as a light scarf, tied to your bag, as an improvised belt, or even as a headband. The golden tip is to choose shades that enhance your skin tone. If you have warm undertones, go for colors like coral, peach, mustard yellow, or olive green. For cool undertones, blues, purples, and cool pinks are perfect. I have a collection of scarves that I use all year round, just changing the fabric according to the season. In summer, light and colorful silk scarves, and in winter, more substantial pashminas. And look, go ahead and share in the comments, what's your favorite way to wear a scarf? Let's exchange ideas. Tip number 6, the magic of nude shoes. We've arrived at the tip I promised at the beginning, and that completely changed my wardrobe, the power of nude shoes. And when I say nude, I'm referring to the shade that matches your skin, not necessarily the classic beige. Shoes in your skin color create a continuous line with your legs, giving the illusion of longer legs and a slimmer silhouette. It's almost like a visual magic trick. Additionally, nude shoes match absolutely everything in your wardrobe. They're discreet enough not to compete with patterned outfits, but elegant enough to elevate any look. The ideal model, a pointed toe pump with a medium heel, 5 to 7 centimeters, is the most versatile, but nude flats, mules, and sandals also work wonderfully well. A 67-year-old client of mine was always complaining about foot pain because of high heels. I introduced her to a pointed toe nude flat, and she was amazed to realize she could be elegant and comfortable at the same time. Tip number 7, the final touch of makeup. The last tip, but definitely not least, is about the makeup that complements your elegant look. The right makeup after 50 is one that illuminates, enhances your strengths, and brings freshness to your face. Forget those heavy foundations that emphasize expression lines. Opt for light foundations or BB creams with a natural, slightly luminous finish. The secret is to moisturize your skin very well before applying makeup. Well-defined but not exaggerated eyebrows make a huge difference in framing the face. Invest in a good pencil or shadow to fill them in naturally. Another golden tip, swap black eyeliner for brown or gray, which is much softer and more flattering. And blush in rosy or peach tones applied to the tops of the cheeks brings instant youthfulness. For lips, a creamy lipstick in a medium tone, pink, coral, or soft red, is much more elegant than very dark or very light tones, which can age you. And did you know that a bit of subtle highlighter on the tops of the cheeks, on the Cupid's bow, and in the inner corner of the eyes works miracles? It's like giving your face a bath of light. So, were you waiting for these tips? Did you see how small changes can make a huge difference in your look? These 7 strategies have already transformed the wardrobes of hundreds of my clients, and I'm sure they will work for you too. Which of these tips will you implement first? Tell me in the comments. And if you like this content, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe to the channel for more tips like these every week. Until the next video, and remember, age is just a number, style is forever.